Today, we embark on a critical journey together as we explore the question, is graduate school the right next step for my life and career? Well, not my life. I already went to grad school. This is my career, helping people get into grad school. We're talking about your life and career. This decision holds immense weight and deserves our careful consideration. As ambitious individuals aspiring to excel in fields such as business, law, policy, education, social work, public health, fine arts, it's natural to contemplate the value of pursuing an advanced degree. Here at The Art of Applying, we understand that each of you possesses unique goals, aspirations, and circumstances. Therefore, our aim today is to equip you with the tools to make an informed decision that aligns with your long-term vision. Let's begin by exploring some key factors that can help guide your decision-making process. Consider your career trajectory and the specific professional field you wish to pursue. I want you to reflect upon the knowledge, skills, and credentials required to thrive in that field. Ask yourself, will a graduate degree enhance my qualifications, open doors to new opportunities, or accelerate my progress? Here at The Art of Applying, we have lots of resources for you, the forums, the community, the calls for you to come bring those questions to us and we can reflect and discuss together. But you'll also need to be doing some reflecting on your own. Furthermore, it's essential to evaluate the potential return on investment, the ROI of graduate school. We understand that financing your education is a significant concern. When I surveyed the entire Art of Applying mailing list, the number one concern with the application process was funding the application process itself, finding scholarships, finding fellowships, and applying to them successfully. So I know this is a big concern. And here at The Art of Applying, we're going to give you resources on finding scholarships, successfully applying for them, sample essays, everything you really need to find and apply for those scholarships and to learn what works. And we're also going to equip you with strategies to craft such strong and compelling applications that the schools you apply to will use money to recruit you, kind of like as if you're an athlete, but instead you're a scholar, that they want so much to be at their school that they're using scholarship aid as the incentive to get you to choose them over a different school. So just understand that I know how important the funding part is of grad school, especially even as myself. I got a small fellowship from the Kennedy School, but in general, it was all loans. So I graduated with what became $150,000 in student loans. And I'm really, really proud that I was able to pay them off in just 7 years as a full-time entrepreneur and writer. So those are two very unstable, precarious career paths. So very proud of myself for that. But I just want you to know that I've been in your position and I just know how much the money matters. So just really make sure that you've really taken the time to think about the degree that you're applying to, the types of jobs that it would equip you for, the earning capacity of those jobs after you graduate, and what that balance is between the career earnings potential and the amount you would need to spend to go to school. One of my rules is that the total amount of student loans that you graduate with should not exceed your conservative estimate of how much money you expect to make in your first full-time job after you graduate. So for example, I took on 100 and let's call it $30K in student loans, which blew up to $150K due to the interest. And so that means that if I took on that much in student loans, that needs to be balanced out with a willingness and an ability and a likelihood of getting a job that's going to pay $150K coming right out. Now, looking back, starting a small business, a bootstrap business with no VC funding or anything like that, or being like, I'm going to be a novelist or I'm going to be a self-help writer, all the things I like to do. I want to be a YouTuber, all those kind of things. I was really out of balance for a few years between the amount of debt I had taken on and the amount of income I was making. However, I had a long-term view and just knew that, a Harvard Business School MBA, a Harvard Kennedy School MPA, if I ever wanted to go into the traditional job market at like a large corporation, that I would pretty easily command a six-figure and more salary. And so that was why that kind of balance worked out for me. But what I would hate to see is somebody spending six figures to get a degree in social work to then come out and your first job is slated to pay you $60K or $70K, but you took out $120K. That's very out of balance. And so you have to really have a wide-eyed, open-eyed, well-informed understanding of the return on investment of the graduate degree that you're looking to go to. And it's not just necessarily hard dollars. Sometimes it's, more opportunities are open to you or a bigger network and all that. But in general, we're all looking to make good financial decisions. And an important part of that is making sure the return on investment is really there for the degree you're looking to apply to, as well as the school that you're looking to go to for that degree. All right, so the decision to pursue graduate school extends beyond professional considerations. And so it's vital to examine how getting more education aligns with your personal values, your interests, your overall life goals. And so I really want you to pause and take the time to assess whether the academic environment, the curriculum, the community of a particular program that you're considering, does that truly resonate with your passions and aspirations? All right, so here at The Art of Applying, we have an extensive network of successful alumni. At this point, it's probably 1,000. I know it's over 1,000 plus people who we've worked with as paying clients. And those people, you can connect with them on LinkedIn and ask them questions about their experiences, their insights, and get some really valuable perspectives to aid in your decision-making process as you're thinking about degrees, schools, and different career paths. All right, let's not forget the significance of self-reflection. I know I keep saying self-reflection. So you're going to really want to take the time to introspect and delve deep into your motivations for pursuing graduate education. Are you genuinely passionate about the subject matter? Do you possess the discipline and commitment necessary for the rigors of advanced study? And so here at The Art of Applying, you're going to have the opportunity to take these little self-assessments and checklists and quizzes and things like that we have for you. And that can really help you evaluate your readiness for graduate school and help you make sure that you're making a decision that aligns with your truest desires and ambitions. And so speaking of self-assessment exercises, I have one for you. I want you to reflect upon your responses to the questions I'm going to read. And you can write your answers down, or you can speak them into like a voice memo on your phone and then listen to them. And we are not aiming for a certain score on this assessment. The point is to ask yourself these questions, capture your thoughts and feelings in writing or in a recording, and then process that information. And once you've processed it, if you've decided that graduate school is the next right step for your life and your career, for you to then move forward firmly committed to the process of doing your very best in this application process, of persisting through the entire process. All right, so here are the questions for you to journal about, to reflect upon. I have a podcast called Scale Your Joy, and I always say you can journal, doodle, and noodle. Okay, so journal, doodle, and noodle about these questions. Have I clarified my long-term career goals and determined if a graduate degree aligns with them? And you may be thinking, I don't even know my long-term career goals. So that tells me that's not a complete red flag, but it's a yellow flag. Why are we going to professional school, which is to move us forward in our career, if we are not even sure what our career goals are? Number 2, have I thoroughly researched the field I want to enter, understanding the qualifications and skills typically required? And number 3, have I assessed the potential return on investment of pursuing my target degree, considering the financial costs and potential benefits. And of course, not just the financial costs, but the opportunity costs. If you're going to school full time and you're not going to be working full time, you also need to factor in the income you will not be making. Am I personally ready for the academic rigor and commitment that graduate school demands? Can I balance coursework, recruiting, a social life, paying attention to my partner or my kids if you have a partner and or children? Am I really in a position to balance all these things? Next question, have I explored alternative paths to achieve my career goals, such as professional certifications or gaining more practical experience? Or am I really trying to use grad school as a hopeful shortcut to achieving my career goals without a clear understanding of the various paths I could take to achieve them? Next question, have I connected with professionals in the field to gain insights on the value of the graduate degree I'm considering and the impact that that degree has had on their careers? Am I utilizing available resources and support systems such as the Art of Applying to help me navigate the application process and make informed decisions? Have I reflected on how graduate school aligns with my personal values, interests, and overall life goals? Have I sought feedback from trusted mentors, advisors, or professors who can provide kind but candid guidance and support? Lastly, do I trust my instincts and intuition, considering all the information I have gathered to make a decision that feels right for me and my future? This checklist is designed to help you in evaluating your readiness and aligning your goals with the decision to pursue graduate school. You really need to take the time to reflect, gather information from yourself, gather information about the schools, the programs, the earning potential, and then make a decision that is well informed, but also aligned with your personal and professional values and goals. What should you do after you go through the checklist and reflect upon each question? I actually have some steps for you. The first is consolidate your thoughts. I don't want you to just sit here and watch the video or listen to the audio and be like, I've reflected, check. I really want you to take the time to gather your reflections and consolidate your thoughts. You can do it in writing, you can do it verbally, but it needs to be something that lives outside of your head. Review the checklist responses and consider any additional insights or considerations that have come up for you during the reflection process. Next is seek further information. If there are any areas where you feel you need more information or clarity, this is your green light to conduct further research. You can explore specific graduate programs, degrees, speak to professionals in the field, consult with mentors or advisors, gather additional resources to fill any knowledge gaps. Of course, you're not going to research and find the answers to everything, but make sure you know enough about your target degree, target schools, earning potential, career trajectories, so that you're making an informed decision. You should evaluate alternatives to grad school. So if during the reflection process you discover that pursuing a graduate degree may not be the best fit for your goals or circumstances, explore alternative paths that align with your aspirations. That might be a professional certification, a specialized training program, practical experience, or some other opportunity that can help you progress in your desired career. We go to law school because you really, with the exception of a few states that let you take the bar without going to law school, you have to go to law school to be a lawyer. You have to go to medical school to be a doctor, but you don't have to go to business school to work in business or to even be a CEO. You don't have to go to business school to start a small business like the Art of Applying or to start a tech startup even. So it's really important that you really have taken the time to explore the alternative paths to pursuing your goal and you're not just knee-jerk applying to grad school. Next, consult with trusted mentors. You can reach out to mentors, advisors, professors that have guided you in your academic or professional journey. Share your reflections, concerns, and aspirations with them. Seek their feedback and advice to help you gain further clarity and perspective. You can even post in the forum at the Art of Applying to see what other applicants have to say or what our consultant team has to say about your situation. We're here to help. And that leads into utilize available resources. You've got support systems, you have resources through the Art of Applying, use them. Use them to look up schools, scholarships, connect with our clients who are alumni of the Application Accelerator or other services. You've invested in yourself, and that's why you're here. And so just make sure you use the resources available to you. Next, make sure that your decision, I know I keep saying this, but make sure you're making an informed decision with the insights and information gathered from your reflections, your research, your mentors, the resources available to you. You can add all that together and make the best decision possible based on the information you have available to you at the time. I am here to encourage you to trust your instincts and intuition while considering the practical aspects such as financial considerations, the academic and time commitment, and also how aligned going to grad school is with your goals. And then lastly, take action. So once you have made a decision, take the necessary steps to implement your choice. So if you are deciding that you are for sure applying to graduate school, that means it's time to begin the application process. I know a lot of you like to start with the standardized tests, and that's okay, but you also want to be seeking support to enhance your chances of success. So if you're hearing this, it's very likely, unless somehow you got access to this recording, it's likely that you're already a client of the Art of Applying. And so you've already done the good work of making the decision to get support, but just make sure that you lean on that support. And maybe you decide you're not going to apply to graduate school. It may turn out that that's not the right path for you. If you opt for an alternative path, totally okay. Develop a plan and take action according to that plan. Ultimately, the decision to pursue graduate school, it's a personal one, and you are the one who gets to be the ultimate person who makes that decision. It's shaped by a multitude of factors unique to you, and we're here to help you figure that out. See you in the next lesson.